Okay, we have to keep taking breaks because everybody in this house wants to keep acting up. But it's all right. So, this is page 62. Practice being present. Your fully charged life. Learn simple ways to embrace each day with a bubbly mix of optimism and joy. It says, this is your brain on calmness. Taking yourself off autopilot and really noticing the world around you can have a profound effect on your physical and mental health. In this installment of our Power Up program, Romans Day editor-in-chief Megan B. Murphy shares the scientific way behind conscious living and offers proven strategies to help you capture the moments. I studied acting in Rutgers University, and while I knew early on that I'd never win an Oscar or even star in a community theater, I got a solid gold consolation prize learning the value of being present. I don't mean that in the cliched, rah, live in the moment kind of way. I'm talking about constantly choosing your direct attention to know what's going on around you, thinking about it, considering how you want to react, respond, feel, and express yourself. It says fully charged being present. Boys, come on, let's behave, okay? Please? Thank you. Okay, in my acting classes, we used to do a repetition exercise in which you and another actor would stand facing each other, repeat the same word, changing your tone, inflection, facial expression, and other cues based on your partner had said the word to you. We might only have been saying hello, but it showed me what could happen when one was fully engaged, mindful in the moment, and paying attention. If I was thinking about what I had to do tomorrow or what had happened yesterday, I missed the important cues and details and wouldn't be able to express myself the way I fully wanted to. Living fully charged requires similar awareness because to consciously choose to look for, make room for, and let in the positivity, it helps you get more the habit of living more consciously and mindfully. Research links bring more mindful and higher levels. Come on, boys. Different versions and interpretations of what's going on. And she said those effects were enlivening. Langer has said that this form of mindfulness gets you to the same place as more traditional meditation mindfulness interventions do, meaning it can improve well-being, reduce stress, and lead to other proven benefits. The difference is that all of it skips over the more boring parts and thus may be easier to incorporate into your life. Whenever I practice this kind of moving meditation or active mindfulness, I feel calmer but also more open and engaged. Waking up to the world around me instead of being stuck in my head or the past or the future helps me feel more alive and pick up things I might otherwise have missed. Here are some steps you can help to get there too. When you catch yourself on autopilot, it's easy to go through a day not noticing or thinking much about what we're doing, saying, seeing, hearing, experiencing, or feeling, especially when we're busy, stressed, or tired. There's value in zoning out or escaping into scrolling on your phone. It gives your brain a break, and it can help you work through problems and reflect. Just consider whether you let your mind wander occasionally and briefly turn off, or whether you routinely give your conscious carte blanche for regular and extended trips into the past, the future, or the alternative Instagram universe. Taking time to actively notice new things around you is an effective way of being more mindful. Be bored and curious. When you notice yourself on autopilot, replace with a sort of active mindfulness. Langer described rather than trying to make every bit of downtime quote-unquote productive. Waiting in line, riding in an elevator, showering, brushing your teeth, just be. Leave your phone alone. Do not mentally add to your to-do list. Avoid thinking about a problem or something that you did earlier or plan to do later. Instead, focus on where you are and what you're doing and notice what's new or different and how you're feeling. Change up your routine. The other day, I walked to the train on the other side of the street, that more than my usual one. It was such a small adjustment, but I automatically found myself paying more attention and noticing new and different things simply because I literally changed my perspective. Since we're all creatures of habit, there are lots of ways to try this. Take an alternative route, whether you walk or drive. Pick a different area of the gym or the coffee shop than your regular one. Visit a new bank branch. Sit or stand parked somewhere different. Meditate your way. I don't meditate. I just can't. And okay, I don't really want to. Sit for a period of time focusing on my breath or quieting my mind. Could I benefit from it? Heck yeah. Meditation is magic. Research shows that regularly practiced mindfulness meditations can reduce stress and anxiety, boost energy, and improve sleep. Even when it's teaching at my daughter's school, and I've seen how it helps her focus and quells her anxiety. I became even more pro-meditation after interviewing Dan Harris, author of 10% Happier. I had fallen into the trap of thinking there was only one way to do it and other certain types of people meditated. But here was someone I could relate to, a high-energy go-getter with a dude, not a yogi with crystals in his pocket. And he busted my silly stereotypes. His story of stumbling on meditation, starting with just 5 minutes a day, and customizing his practice is inspiring, especially because of how meditation helped him reduce anxiety and anger, increasing agency and focus, and naturally feel more energized and happier. If you'd like to try dipping your toe in the meditation, check out Dan's book or turn to page 61. Visit Woman's Day Mag on Instagram every Monday to see our new meditation teacher Lindsay O'Connell lead calming exercises. Your fully charged life. Join us. I hope this story adapted from my book, Your Fully Charged Life, made you say yay. What topic would you like to see in our next Power Up program? Message me on Instagram at Megan B. Murphy. Okay. So now we're going to move to page 74. Recipes. Look at this graduation cap ice cream cake. Smart cookie. Give your recent grad a cake to remember. One that looks like they just got their cap and they wore it to the ceremony. I just think that's so cute. The graduation cap ice cream cake. Active time 20 minutes, total time 45 minutes, plus cooling and freezing, serves 16. 2 16.5 ounce packages refrigerated cookie chocolate chip dough. We use Nestle Toll House Break and Bake. 3 quarts vanilla ice cream softened. 3/4 cup mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Licorice strings for the tassel. See the WD tip. Okay, you're going to heat that oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Line a 9-inch square pan with a parchment paper, leaving the overhang on 2 sides. Line an 8-inch round cake pan with parchment paper. Into a square pan, using fingers, press 22 square cookies dough 16-ounce into an even layer. Then smooth the top using the flat bottom of measuring cup. Repeat, pressing and smoothing the 16 square cookie dough 12-ounce into the round pan, and you'll have about 10 dough squares left over. Then you're going to bake both pans on the middle rack until the edges are golden brown, but the center is still soft, 20 to 25 minutes. Immediately remove from the oven while cookies are still hot and repeat smoothing. Okay, and I just lost my space up here. Process with the bottoms of the measuring cup, pairing the knife or small offset spatula may be needed to reach the corners of the square pan. You want to let it cool for 10 minutes in the pan. Flip your round cookie out onto the wire rack, then flip right side up using overhangs. Transfer your square cookie to the wire rack and let both cool completely. Wrap in the plastic and freeze until firm, at least 1 hour. Meanwhile, line your freezer safe bowl 7 to 8 inch in diameter at opening, about 7 cups in volume, with plastic wrap, leaving 4-inch overhang on all sides. Pack your ice cream into the bowl, wrap with the plastic, and freeze until firm, at least 2 hours. Unwrap the firm cookie round and place on serving platter. Unwrap ice cream and invert flat side down onto the cookie and press in mini chips all over the side. Unwrap the cookie square and place on top. Freeze entire cookie sandwich until ready to serve. That's at least 30 minutes. Just before serving, tie your licorice into a tassel and place on the cake. See tip below. Woman's Day Test Kitchen Tip. To create an edible tassel, wrap the licorice around a small piece of cardboard, creating loops. Slip off the cardboard, wrap a piece of licorice around one end of the loops to create a neck, leaving a length to hang down. Cut on the other end and attach the cake with a push pin. Be sure to remove the push pin before eating. And let's not forget that Rocky Road pie. That's active 30 minutes, total 40 minutes, plus cooling and freezing. Serves 8 to 10 people. Now you're going to need 40 chocolate wafer cookies. You're going to need 1/4 cup roasted salted peanuts plus additional chop for topping. 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt divided. 8 tablespoons unsalted butter melted. 1 15-ounce container whole milk ricotta cheese at room temp. 8-ounce semi-sweet chocolate chopped. 1/2 teaspoon pure vanilla extract. 1 cup mini marshmallows. And then 1 cup heavy cream. 1 tablespoon confectioner's sugar. Chocolate shavings for your topping. Now you're going to heat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. In a food processor, process your cookies, peanuts, and 1/4 teaspoon salt until fine crumbs form. 15 to 20 seconds. Add your butter and process until crumbs come together and form clumps. 15 to 20 seconds. Press evenly into the bottom and press sides of a 9-inch pie plate. Bake until set and fragrant, which is 10 to 12 minutes. If crust is puffed, gently press down the bottom of the measuring cup or bowl. Transfer to a wire rack and cool. Sorry. Wipe out food processor and puree ricotta until smooth, about 30 seconds. Place chocolate in microwave safe bowl and microwave on high, stirring every 15 seconds until melted and smooth, about 1 minute. Add melted chocolate, vanilla, and remaining 1/4 teaspoon salt to food processor and puree until very smooth, about 30 seconds. Scraping down the sides of bowl once. Folding your marshmallows, transfer mixture to crust and refrigerate until firm, at least 3 hours and up to 3 days. Using your electric mixer, beat cream and sugar on medium until stiff peaks form, 3 to 4 minutes. Spread whipped cream over pie top and chop peanuts with chocolate shavings if desired. And in Woman's Day Test Kitchen Tip, to mix it up, experiment with different soda ice cream combos. Try cherry cola or with chocolate ice cream, or orange soda with pistachio ice cream. Okay, and that was page 75. I've got page 70. Well, wait a minute. Didn't we skip some pages here? Yes, we did. Okay, look at this sweet watermelon pizza. It says, from a slice of summer, page 26. Active time is 15 minutes. Total time is 15 minutes. It's going to serve 4 people. Working with thin slices of pineapple, use a small star cutter to cut out shapes. Spread some coconut whipped cream, see the recipe below, onto a large round slice of watermelon and top with pineapple stars, berry, lime zest, and torn mint if desired. Coconut whipped cream. Refrigerate 1 14-ounce can of coconut cream or coconut milk overnight. Do not shake. You want solids to separate from liquid. Open a can. Scrape out thick cream at the top of the large bowl. Save any liquid for another use. Add 1 tablespoon confectioner's sugar and beat until soft peaks form, about 5 minutes. Note, the cream usually becomes crumbly first, then comes back together with a beautiful smooth whip. From the Woman's Day Test Kitchen Tip, don't ruin the cookout with a bland, mealy watermelon. Here's how to pick one that's sweet, juicy, and crisp. Choose a watermelon that's symmetrical in shape. Compare similarly sized melons and pick the heavier one. It will have more of the sweet juice. Look for a yellow field patch. This indicates that the melon was sitting on the ground to ripen while attached to the vine. Check the stem. A dry brown stem opposed to a fresh green one shows that the melon was left to ripen on the vine. Watermelon ice pops. Now, its active time 20 minutes, total time 20 minutes plus freezing. It's going to serve 10 people. You need 1 3-pound seedless watermelon, rind removed, flesh cut into 1-inch piece, about 5 cups total. 2 tablespoons fresh lime juice, 2 tablespoons sugar, 10 ice pop molds, 10 wooden sticks. 2 steps. 1, blend in puree melon, lime juice, and sugar until completely smooth. 2, divide mixture among ice pop molds, insert sticks per package directions, and freeze overnight. And I'm not a big, I don't drink and I don't like feta cheese, so we're going to move on. I don't like watermelon either. I like cantaloupe, but that's just a side note. Okay. Are we really at the end here? I don't think so. I was going to say, we missed something. Aha, there we go. Copycat animal style smash burgers. Now this is from The Life of the Party, page 50. Remember I mentioned it to you? Active time, 20 minutes. Total time, 20 minutes. Serves 4 people. 3 teaspoons of olive oil divided. 1 onion, finely chopped, kosher salt. 8-ounce ground beef. 2 tablespoons yellow mustard. 4 slices American cheese. Special sauce to the right. Recipe at the right. 4 buns toasted, lettuce, sliced tomato, and pickles. You're going to heat 2 teaspoons of oil in a large skillet on medium. Add your onions, season with a pinch of salt, and cook, stirring occasionally 5 minutes. Add 2 tablespoons of water. Continue cooking until water has evaporated and onion is just tender. Transfer to the plate. You're going to shape meat into 4 patties. Heat remaining teaspoon oil in large nonstick skillet on medium-high. Add patties and use large spoon to press each into about 3.5-inch wide. Cook until bottoms are crusty, 2 minutes. Spread mustard on raw side of each burger, then flip with the top cheese. Cook to melt cheese, 1 to 2 minutes more. Divide your sauce among the buns and fill with beef patties, onion, pickles, lettuce, and tomato. The special sauce. In a small bowl, stir together 2 tablespoons mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon ketchup, 1 1/2 teaspoon sweet pickle relish, and 1 1/2 white vinegar. Your strawberry milkshake, which is active time 10 minutes, total time 10 minutes, serves 2. 8 frozen strawberries quartered, 1 cup milk divided, plus more if needed, 1 pint strawberry ice cream, whipped cream, and serve with fresh strawberries for serving. 1. In blender, puree frozen strawberries in about 3/4 cup milk until smooth. 2. Add ice cream and remaining 1/4 cup, then blend to combine, adding more milk as needed to create your desired consistency. 3. Pour into glasses and top with whipped cream and fresh strawberries. How about those cheesy barbecue fries with ranch dip? Active time 15 minutes, total time 35 minutes, serves 10 people. Now you're going to need 1 2-pound package of frozen crinkle cut fries. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. 2.5 teaspoon barbecue seasoning. We used Spiceology. 1/2 cup Greek yogurt. 1/4 cup mayonnaise. 1/4 cup flat leaf parsley leaves, finely chopped. 2 tablespoons dill fronds, finely chopped. 1 teaspoon of lemon zest plus 1 tablespoon lemon juice. 1 small clove garlic, finely grated, kosher salt and pepper, 2 small scallions, 3-ounce cheddar cheese coarsely grated, 3-ounce Monterey Jack cheese coarsely grated. You're going to heat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. On a rim baking sheet, toss your fries with the oiled and barbecue seasoning. Arrange in an even layer and bake until lightly golden brown and crisp 30 to 35 minutes, depending on the brand. In a medium bowl, stir combine yogurt, mayonnaise, parsley, dipped lemon. One moment here. Sorry, I lost my place. Zest and juice. Garlic and 1/4 teaspoon each salt and pepper. Finely chopped scallion whites and light green parts and stir into the dip. Thinly slice dark green scallions parts and set aside for serving. Use your bowl to arrange fries around the edges of the baking sheet, leaving the space in the center or the side to put bowl on later. Sprinkle cheese over the fries and bake just till melted, 1 to 2 more minutes. Transfer dip on serving bowl and place on space baking sheet. Then sprinkle reserved scallions on the top. Serve immediately. Okay, how about those Parmesan tots with dip and sauce? Active time 10 minutes and total time 30 minutes. You're going to serve 10 people. 3 tablespoons of chili sauce, 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon yellow mustard, 1 tablespoon sweet pickles chopped, 1 2-pound bag of frozen potato tots, 1½ tablespoon olive oil, 1½ teaspoon garlic powder, 2-ounce Parmesan cheese finely grated, that's about a ½ cup. You're going to heat your oven temp to cook tots per package direction. Make the sauce in a small bowl. Combine your chili sauce, mayonnaise, yellow mustard, and sweet pickles. On a large rim baking sheet, toss your potato tots with the oil, then the garlic powder, and then roast for about 25 minutes. Toss with Parmesan and roast 3 minutes more. Serve with your sauce. Whew. Okay, you think we're going to finish up tonight? I sure hope so. This is page 80, and I have, well, I marked about 3 more recipes. So here we go. Air fryer chicken strips with copycat dipping sauce. That's 35 active minutes, 1 hour total, serves 4.